After winning the spot for the second halfback or the backup halfback, practice felt so much better this week. I felt like I was stronger, I was faster. I don't know, maybe I was just flying on cloud 9. But everything felt so much better. I earned a spot. I earned a chance to play more in a game, and I couldn't believe it. This week we were playing Iowa, which I was coached there. But this stadium, it called to me. The fans, the ruthlessness, the just black and gold cauldron. Something about this stadium and this town just kind of called to me, and I couldn't put a finger on it. But I'm glad later in my coaching career, I got a chance to be here regularly. So during the first series, I got onto the field. Coach called the play. And I was happy. I was freaking so happy. I mean, obviously the ball didn't come my way, but I was in for this series. Like, I wasn't sitting the bench and watching from afar. Iowa was a tough team. Their fans were pretty brutal and ruthless. Until that play. That play got me going in this game, and I never looked back. I didn't hear any of the fan noise. All I did was put my head down and get as many stats as I possibly could, knowing that I could give my team, a chance to win. Going into the third quarter, Coach put me at wide receiver yet again. I got drilled on this one, but I really didn't feel like this coaching staff was using me properly. I was the second halfback. Give me the ball. Let me run. Let me run people over. Instead, they kept putting me out in the backfield or setting me out for a pass. So I just made the best of what I could. I caught this nifty little catch on the sideline to give us a first down late in the third when we were up 13-10. I also caught this pass for another first down right at the sideline. Something clicked in me that I needed to just do as much as I could, as fast as I could, and as good as I could to get more playing time. I had to show Coach that I could be number one, that I could run the ball. Coach gave me a handoff on a couple runs, and I got a few yards. And since this was my first game of significant playing time, we ended up winning. And this is probably the best game I had all season. I didn't score a touchdown, but I definitely put our team in position to win. I got a text from a classmate asking if I wanted to copy answers for a test. I said yeah, I was swamped. After that game, my social media went up a lot. I couldn't believe the amount of followers. But then, next week, I got a text from my academic advisor saying that they failed me because I was caught cheating. I couldn't believe it. I was devastated. But going into the game against Oregon, snow started falling. This is the first time we had a nice snowstorm this early in the season. And Oregon was a really good team. We were ranked at the time, and I was getting onto the field, especially early in the first. But things just didn't really go our way. I dropped my first pass toward me. We had a 3rd and 1, and I barely made the first down, driving through the line. But then coach decided that I didn't need to get as much playing time. This catch was wonderful late in the second. No one covered me out of the backfield, and I just ran over that corner the moment I saw him. I threw a good block. I just tried to do everything I could to stay into the game. But, of course, coach kept sitting me, and he sat me for almost an entire quarter until the third, when he decided to give me a run, and I fumbled. A lot of the media members say this was a turning point in the game for Oregon, because they scored a lot of points and never looked back. And our offense didn't really get going. And a lot of them called me out and asked why a freshman was getting a carry this late into the game in this type of weather against the team we needed to win. They destroyed us. I was devastated. I thought for sure I was going back to being on the bench. Of course, my academic advisor told me that I could get some extra credit, and since I cheated on that last test, I told her I would do it. So I went to this concert to make sure my grades stayed where they were. They weren't good, I could tell you that. The following week we had a game against Nebraska, and God, I hate that stadium. I hate those fans. They wear that red just like we do. It's like they almost try to copy us for everything we do. They were ruthless. They would shout obscenities at you from the stands. They would make fun of every little thing if your equipment was off. And that mascot was horrible. Late into the second, I caught a pass over the middle. I didn't quite get the first down. I thought I had it, but the referee spotted it short. Again, coach was putting me out there to catch passes, which that's not my strong suit. My strong suit is running up and down, downhill. I tried to make the most out of everything, and they ran the play that they ran against Oregon last week, where I broke away and got an incredible first down. I just kept doing everything I could, but I felt like this coach staff just kept cutting me off. They didn't see how good I was. I finally got a chance to run downhill and picked up a few yards on 2nd and goal, but then coach is like, hey, out. We ran an option on 3rd and 10 early in the 3rd quarter, and that was probably my longest carry of the season. It didn't go for a touchdown, but I ran some people over and did exactly what I needed to do. The option, that was my play. I fell in love with option passing, and as a coach, I try to bring that because of the coaching staff running this. Early in the 4th quarter on 1st and goal, I finally got my first touchdown of the season. I rushed it in for 7 yards, and I was ecstatic. I did the stupidest dance that I ever could, but I was so happy. I finally made it to the promised land. I finally got in the end zone. This was my opportunity. The coaching staff finally gave it to me when it needed and when it mattered the most. It was a tight game into the 4th quarter. and I was doing everything I can to try to help this team win. On 4th and 1, they gave it to me, and I got the first. I knew nothing else mattered but getting the first down on that play. Again, coach kept handing it off to me. I don't know if they just felt like I was gaining momentum or gaining steam. On 3rd and goal, I had a chance over the middle, but they stopped me short of the goal line. And late in the 4th quarter, I caught a first down catch with 5 seconds to go. We called a timeout, but the next Hail Mary play didn't do us any good, and we ended up losing 46-43. I was disappointed, but I had my best game ever, and I scored a touchdown.